Jayson, first All-Star voting returns came back yesterday, and KP was ranked 8th amongst front court players, which seemed a little bit low. Why do you think he should be voted in this year?
Because he's a big part of the success that we're having as a team. Best record in the league, and I don't know exactly, but he's probably averaging over 20 and 8 rebounds or something like that. And his presence on both ends of the floor and just how efficient he's been the entire season. He's a big reason why we got the best team in the league, and he should be rewarded for that.
Hey, Jayson, you went out in the third quarter, but you still set your season high in free throw attempts tonight. Even going back to the Thunder game, I felt you were sort of an offensive hub for this team. How are you sort of handling transition with all the new talent here this year from sort of the go-to scorer last year to being more of a all-around, the offense runs through you a lot of the time?
Different games present different challenges, and it's just all about reading the game. It's not necessarily taking a back seat, but just understanding, what we have, the talent that we have, and how we're trying to attack, and just trying to make it easy on myself and everybody else.
And then the pull-up threes haven't been falling as much for you this year as they have in years past. How are you sort of balancing, still trying to find your shot from distance while also trying to be aggressive?
It's just a balance. I'm reading the game. It's not like I'm going to stop shooting them, just, take them in rhythm, on the floor of the game, and try not to settle, when they're not falling, I guess.
Jayson, you guys haven't been as prone to some of the things as you were last year. The zone defense doesn't bother you guys as much. Playing down to opponents doesn't happen as much. A lot of those things, it seems like the emotional kind of elements that might have bothered you last year don't seem to this year. What's the difference in this year's team that allows you to kind of get past that kind of stuff?
Learning from it, learning from our weaknesses that, worked against us last year and kind of kept us from getting our ultimate goal. And, we got some talent in KP, right? I think we didn't have 7'4" guy that, we could throw the ball to when they switch, and he could make the right play. He could score every time. It's tough. So, adding that guy and, obviously how D. White's been playing and having Drew, we just got so many more weapons. But I think KP is a big part of why it's hard to kind of guard us.
You guys talk about like never too high, never too low. Is that kind of happening more often this year? Like the emotional side of it, Joe talks about mentality a lot, keeping the right mindset. Is that part of it as well?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of not taking days for granted, whether it's practice or a big game or not a big game. We try to treat them all the same and not take anything for granted. And it's kind of as simple as we just trying to get better every single day, and we've been doing a pretty good job.
Last question, Joseph and Jayson, O'Shea got it in the first quarter, and he dove for a loose ball, and it led to the dunk and transition from Sam. How important are those plays that he brings and just the energy he plays with?
It's extremely important, right? Everybody on our team has a role, and O'Shea knows that, his role is to come in and energy plays, right? Get stops, take charges, offensive rebounds, dive on the floor. That gives us life, that gives us energy, and it's important for us to acknowledge guys like that when they do those things, because they don't always get the shine, or their minutes may differ from game to game, but it's important for us to acknowledge when they do those things.
So tonight you had more free throw attempts than field goal attempts. I think it's the first time you've ever done that when you took at least 10 shots. Back maybe 5 years ago, you'd have like a 2 for 18 game. You couldn't get to the line. Getting to the line was like a hard thing for you. So how does it feel now at this point in your career? You're taking more free throws and field goal attempts on a night where you're blowing teams out.
I'm a lot better than I used to be. And that's how it should be, right? Going through this league, you got to learn. And it's not always going to be sunshine. And going through those moments early in my career and having to figure it out and learn, know when this moment or you're in this situation when it comes back around again, how to navigate it. And, it's just part of growing up in this league and, figuring things out.
Thank you, Jason.